Man, this was a rough one. I don't know how else to say it. It was a lot like yesterday. A lot of bad reads by myself. Smith, before the fight, looks great. Weigh-ins, man, was a completely different story. This is why I always wait until weigh-ins usually. I did screw up there. Vasquez, I feel like would have saved the night. But the fight got canceled. And if he would have lost, we would be really in a bad shape right now. So, I'm trying to take some positives out of tonight. Um, yeah, it is what it is, though. Let's get into it. So, let's start with Brandon Gutierrez versus Victor Gonzalez. Now, this fight was going pretty much how I expected to. Victor Gonzalez getting pieced up on the feet. But what ended up happening, I don't know how. I can't remember the sequence exactly, but all I remember is Victor Gonzalez latching up an armbar that was extremely tight. And not only did Brandon Gutierrez not respect it, but he tried lifting his way out of it. Like, this is day one BJJ. You don't do. I get it. He was in the moment, so I'm not gonna really drag him for that. But like, that was a really bad IQ moment. But it is what it is. His arm's pretty screwed up, so he paid for it. Victor Gonzalez is now 3-4, 4-5. Again, he's nothing special, but he's getting wins, so good on him. Next fight, can't really talk about it because it never ended up happening. Patrick Ferguson, he fought Drake Lopez, but unfortunately, Drake Lopez decided to have a fight on the way to the cage, or actually, no, he jumped out of the cage to get into a fight with the crowd. Haven't seen anything like that before, but it's pretty funny because I was not confident having 4 units on Patrick Ferguson anyways. So that was new lessons by me. 4 units is I'm adapting to 4 units and 5 units being my new big plays. So to quit the 10 unit and quit those plays because that shouldn't be happening. I did make a play for Luma Lookboni. I'll say it on here. Yeah, just to make up for the losses tonight. But again, I did make that out of a lot of anger, and I didn't think it really through. Because at the end of the day, it's like a 60-40, 70-30 matchup where Luma should win this, but it's not like where I would have put 20 units. I put 20 units on the line. I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm looking for a good possible arbitrage opportunity in that spot, but if not, I'm just gonna have to sweat it out because it is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna look for. I'm not even gonna take the UFC card next week too seriously because again, a lot of these fighters I've never even seen before, so I'm not gonna get too invested into this. I already have a 4 unit, 2 4 unit maxes, so this should be all I really care about. But we'll see how it goes. Um, Next up, we had Nicholas Whitehead versus Kevin Rosa. So yeah, Nicholas Whitehead won the fight, beat the Rosa brother. I don't know who his manager is, Kevin Rosa, but he needs to be fired immediately. Because that was pitiful. The matchmaking, maybe it was Kevin Rosa's choice against his manager's advising, but yeah, that was a rough one. I feel like Kevin Rosa has a lot of potential, but he just got fed to the wolves right away. I'm not saying Whitehead's like a world beater, but he's definitely not a good fight for your debut. So, you know, credit Kevin Rosas, never really quit, never showed like he was gonna quit. So definitely have a lot of respect for Kevin Rose. It's just yeah, tough outing, especially against a much bigger opponent as well. Moving on to one of our locks of the card, we had 2-2 John Yanis. I don't look at records a lot, but this one did worry me. But fortunately for Mr. Yanis, he fought a lot of really good fighters before. So like 2-2, you can't really take too much out of that because he fought like Cameron Smotherman to a split decision and like beat Echeverry, So I can't really take too much out of that other than Giannis is dangerous and pretty good. He won this fight. And I think he won 30-27. There's an argument for Masato in round one, but I don't see him winning round one. He just didn't do anything that threatening, and he was just holding the position. He did not look to finish at all. I don't know why he decided to take up MMA. I mean, he's tough, and he has, I don't even want to say decent striking, but he has like he can defend himself against a guy off the street, probably maybe. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, he did really well for, or not really well. Sorry, he did pretty much what I expected. And actually, he did show a little more cardio, but then again, this is a lower weight class, so I'd expect him to have more cardio. Um, just having better nutrition, better cut, but who knows? Who knows how the weight cut affected Thiago? Maybe it negatively affected him. All I know is John Giannis was the play, and he cashed with ease, or not ease, but he cashed. Next up, my probably second biggest egg on the face moment tonight was Tyler Smith. I definitely screwed the pooch with this one. Again, I gotta stop making quick decisions because this is again I saw a homie or not a homie. I mean I'd like to think we're homies, but I don't think he likes me too much. But yeah, Tyler Smith. I saw him taking a play. I saw him playing him. I didn't realize it was a value play, so that's again on me. I really screwed up. And even if it wasn't a value play, it's I'm choosing to hit to tail, so it's always going to be on me. So, but yeah, really unfortunate performance. He looked good early, but man, the size of Borrego was just too much for Tyler. And I think had Borrego been like maybe not in great shape, or maybe Borrego fought the same way he did against Britain, or who else? I don't know. He fought against another guy that wasn't very good, not very, and he didn't have a great performance. So maybe if he had those performances, we could have got a win. But unfortunately, he is getting better, and I should have probably anticipated that. And Tyler Smith, I don't know if it's nerves or anxiety, but he had like some polka dots on his face. It looked like pimple, like cream or something, but it didn't look really healthy. And yeah, Tyler Smith definitely he didn't let me down, but he kind of you know enforced that I screwed up. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. Moving forward, I will be a lot better with these quick moment decisions. I'll have to think about them a little better. But it is what it is. Uh, moving on. We had Cody Steele taking on Sam Kilmer. Kilmer, man, he showed a lot of improvements, not in the striking at all, at all. He had showed no striking at all. Even when he had the control, he wouldn't strike. I don't know, like he did a little bit, but not like he should. And yeah, he lost a unanimous decision, which he somehow thought he won. Yeah, Cody Steele won, like I knew he would. I think Sam Kilmer's going to be good though. He's only 21 years old and he's putting up these types of performances. The kid's got a high ceiling if he can continue at this work rate. Because he is getting better. That wrestling definitely was a lot better than what I saw against the last two. But then again, Cody Steele isn't really known for his wrestling. He's known for his BJJ. And yeah, they have, some good wrestling, I guess, but he isn't like, ATT Steve Mocco level wrestling, So if Sam Kilmer is training at ATT, I can understand why he's gotten a lot better. But yeah, moving on. We have 8 units pending with our 2 locks. I really do wish we could have had a play with just them, but BetOnline is really ridiculous how it limits you to how much you can play for Fury FC, but they don't limit you for how much for underdogs or UFC. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is. Don't let the system beat you, beat the system. So it is what it is. But yeah, moving on. This is probably the biggest egg on the face moment for me. Not even just like as a play, like 1 unit would have been fine. I actually thought it was a good idea to put 3 units on Austin Jones, like 3 extra units, 3.3 extra units. And he comes out to perform like that. Not only does he have no takedown defense whatsoever, or if he does, it didn't show at all in this fight. He has -6 fight IQ with how many times he gifted the back to Anthony Ivy. I don't know how many times. He definitely deserved to lose. He definitely was undersized. Anthony Ivy looked in a lot better shape this fight, so I'll give him that. He had more confidence too. But yeah, man, this was a definite egg on the face moment for me. Ivy has coming off losses, yeah, but he is still a BJJ black belt. Still is pretty decent, you know. So the fact that I just blindly went into this thinking, oh, Austin Jones headlined an event must mean he has some skills. Yeah, sure, he has maybe some, but if you're losing to Ivy like that, man, like that's not a good look. And yeah, that's all I got to say about the matter. I don't hate either of them. Maybe I get angry and I say things I don't mean, but like, I've really worked on trying to keep it to myself and not talk about it on social media. And if I think I did that. This isn't even bashing either of them. I'm just, they're not exactly going to the UFC. And if anyone was going to go to the UFC, I thought Austin Jones might have like a little bit of a better well-rounded game. But boy, was I wrong. Yeah, this means I gotta tread carefully with Fury FC. Doesn't just means I don't know as much about Fury FC fighters as I thought I did. Same with LFA. Um, so I'm just gonna have to pick my spots better, keep it meat and potatoes, keep it simple. Um, and yeah, let's go to the main event though. This was another egg in the face moment, but for a different reason. In the last performance, Josh Walker looked absolutely terrible. His wrestling, what people just misunderstood was when I say you don't have good wrestling, I meant MMA wrestling. He does great traditional collegiate style wrestling, unbelievably. Like he's very D1 level. Like you can already But what the thing about this is he didn't show any level of Like he didn't show anything other than that wrestling in his last fight. His striking was not as good, nowhere even close to as good. His confidence wasn't as good, even I think it was his first. I don't know if it was his first fight, but he definitely was not. I didn't have that confidence. His Oh my god, like the guy who he fought had worse BJJ in my opinion. Than the guy he fought now, or not worse BJJ, but not much better. Um, and man, he outclassed Ferrer. He had a scare in the first round, which I expected, but what I didn't expect was, man, his chin even got better. Like cardio, chin, and his striking got better. All the three things I didn't think he had, he showed in this fight. I was shocked. This was my performance of the night. Both two main events have absolutely blown me away. Just because out of the utter blasphemy, I have like I don't know. Like it seems like I don't know it anymore if things are like that are happening. So at the end of the day, we all are just making our educated guess the best we can, and I screwed the pooch a little bit today. So I'm not afraid to admit it. We're down like seven something units, 7.6 units or something. We have 8 units pending, so we could still have a plus day for you guys. I'm down like 10 units because of the stupid play on Jones, but here I am, I'm not going to hide and say I did it and like, or I did it and I didn't do it or something. People a lot of the times will delete their plays, say that they never made the play. They'll hide, they'll make excuses. I'm not going to make excuses here. I know when I screw up. And I am improving. We're still up 40 on the year, and obviously we're going to lose some of it if what's her name Loma loses. But chances are we get an opportunity for an arbitrage, or we get an opportunity for, let's say, I don't know, another good play. Maybe those 2 4-unit plays don't cash. One of them doesn't. Maybe both don't. I don't know. All I know is it's other than bare knuckle FC, you will rarely like Luma is like I know I said this before. I've said it a lot actually, but I've really dialed in this year, and I honestly truly believe this is going to be the last time or one of the last times, unless I somehow have a great year and I get all this money, that you will see me doing over 5-unit plays. There just isn't no need for it. It's not smart at the end of the day. And again, bare knuckle SC is the only real place where you can get easy free money. UFC is a struggle. I know last week it didn't look like it, but not every freaking fight card's like that. Where it seems like everything is just makes sense. A lot of the times things don't make sense, like tonight. So I can't just take, oh, we had a good UFC last week and just do the same thing again. No, that's not what I'm gonna do. Those 4-unit maxes are probably going to be majority of my Max plays. I will be frank with you guys because both of those locks that I have waiting are the only two locks that I'm confident in. Like locks that not locks, but like the ones I'm really certain will win. But yeah, guys, I know I've rambled a bit on excessive about this card and just in general, but it all ties together. I'm learning, and there's no real harm done tonight. Again, we're up on the years, so. But at the same time, this isn't what I want. So, like, subscribe. Got a busy week next week. Um, UFC, Bellator. I really like the Bellator card. I'm gonna have a play on Diana Agapova or whatever. I'm probably gonna play her for 2 to 3 units. Yeah, let's go, guys. I have a good feeling about this week coming. Let's go.